What else would you like to know?
Can you tell us how remote healing works?
We would explain it in this way, but it is not the only way to explain it. This is important. Do look at other perspectives of the meaning of this. When you are able to find the energy of a person, that is, that person must be open to your, let us call it, machinations, your creations to help them. They must have agreed that you may enter. This is an important point. If the person is not willing, nothing will change. Their boundaries will stay intact and they will not let you in. But if someone agrees to be healed, if they are aware of it, and it is very hopeful if they choose a time and agree that they will do nothing else but be open if the energy shifts, that is really ideal. Then they are like a doctor and a patient in agreement on a course of action. When you are fairly sophisticated, you become able to tune into that person's energy. You can do this by using a doll or a photograph or a flower and just considering that person. It is not a bad idea to have their name when they were born and their birth date, etc., so that you can locate them in the field of energy that is your planet. This is the most important portion, because finding that energy in a field of billions and billions of energies is in itself a challenge. But if you are gifted, if you develop the ability to hone in on a certain person, you are much more able to see into them, to see what is wrong with them, to see the energy that is clashing with your psyche, the energy that is not working out. It is also the case that some will not release that energy. Perhaps they have agreed even to be your client, but they may still in some way be attached to the dark force that is making their lives unpleasant. And we say dark force, it's not really evil, it is just simply a state of being. They may have, for some reason, developed cancer. The cancer is trying to tell them something, it is asking them perhaps to change something. It may also simply be that it is their life choice to experience cancer so that they can understand illness better. And from the other side, they can help in a different way. It is not always the case that the person must or should be cured. There are some who should accept the situation and accept that they will leave the planet on a certain time, and they must indeed accept the experience of passing away, for we all must do this, and we all have certain plans on the other side that must be completed. For those, however, for whom this is not the case, for those who are not destined to be ill, there is a message for them to learn. It is very helpful if that person is not passive. If that person sees why they have developed cancer, usually this is a source of anger. If they research this, if they look at it in a bunch of different ways, if you simply go and cure that person, they may not learn what they need to know. They might not read the books that they need to read. They may not be open to the healing that they need to be open to. For many, illness is a process of self-awareness and understanding, and it is important that you not take that away from them. So if at all possible, when you are doing the healing, if you get any impressions or any understandings, or you feel the energies, you might tell them how to go about healing it. That is, Reiki, go study this, read this book. Spirit will give you messages about this. At the same time, you are really moving the energy around. If the person is in agreement, the person is learning, and a parallel process, they can be healed by your energy work. It may be that they have gotten to the point where they've worked through the things that they need to know, and they have learned them and they will not forget them, and the energy just needs to shift, and you provide the shift. You are simply completing an action that they have already begun. It might be that they are completely unaware of the work that they have done. They don't know that they've gotten to the point where they are ready to release the anger, and you show up as the one that pulls the lever for them to do this. This is the best kind of remote healing, where everyone is in agreement, where the work has been done, and the shift is just waiting to happen, and you are a sort of lever puller in that sense. We don't mean to demean what you are doing. It is an important lever that you are pulling, and it requires experience and practice, etc. But that is the ideal. The person is ready. They are moving in their consciousness, which is what the universe wants them to do. There are others where it is less clear. Perhaps they are close to resolving the problem, and your process will speed them up along the way. Your process might be the key that gets them to look at the real issues of what they're supposed to learn in life. It could be that they need to accept that they will leave this lifetime, and that is just a question before them. How will they leave? Do they prefer to go through a medical process and extend the time? Is it important for them to do that? That is a choice. Is it important for them simply to let nature take its course and for them to leave in that way? That is a choice that has been prevented among these people. They must make that choice, for that is their humanity. Keep in mind, they may also make the choice to get the healing or the parallel healing, or they may make the choice to get pulled forward a little bit in their consciousness through a bit of suggestions. These would be suggestions that universe sends them. It might be suggestions the universe sends you to convey to them. When you are doing this, simply do it in the kindest way possible. That is, don't tell them what to do, and ask them questions. Do you think you would benefit by reading this? Or give an example. I have very much benefited by doing this activity, etc. For some people, there may be different activities or different things that they need to reflect upon. It is part of the process to let them know this. Do not overwhelm them, but let them know the impressions that you got and what you believe will help. Most people will improve. They will get better. Some will be cured because they are supposed to be cured and they are completely on board with the cure. Some are not really wanting to be cured. They are not working on the things that they need to do. And the messages that the universe is sending are not being read by them, and that is a problem. You may find yourself waking them up and saying, hey, look, why do you keep smoking cigarettes? This is a message. Stop doing this. Why are you not caring for the body? Why are you destroying yourself slowly in that particular way? This would be something that is perhaps revelatory. When you are doing remote healing, it can function on many levels. A little help, a good deal of help, a cure, or just information that that person needs to bring that cure forward, or information that will help the person accept that they have in advance chosen to depart at this time in this way.